Welcome to Life Mosaic. As I've been rebuilding this podcast, I've really been listening to recordings from different seasons of my life. This conversation was recorded during my final talk at Brew and Chew before Barry and I moved here to Tennessee. The story begins with Barry unexpectedly losing his job, after 21 years of service. But it's really about something much bigger. It's about gratitude, purpose, and why every person's story deserves to be remembered. I hope you'll listen with me. And so today, what I want to talk about is reluctance and not being honored for service. And it kind of feels a little flat. I'm not here to be a bummer, but it's just the way life is. But you guys, a lot of you here served in a war where your service was not appreciated. And I want to tell you a story. It's not a service story. It's not a veteran story, but it is a very personal story. A year ago, at the end of February, my husband left on a Monday morning to just go do his work. He had been working in corporate America for over 40 years, had given this company 21 years of service. And I remember it well. I was on the treadmill at my local gym, and he's calling me at 8:30 in the morning on a Monday morning, and I'm going, what the heck? He never calls me unless he forgot something. And that's usually a text. So I get on the call and I said, what's up? He goes, well, what are you doing? I go, well, I'm at the gym. I'm on the treadmill. I'll call you later. I go, oh, no, you don't. I go, you don't do this to me. I go, I have a half an hour in here. I go, you have my captured attention. He goes, well, and then he proceeds to tell me this story. Goes into work on a Monday morning. He sits down at his desk. They knew there was going to be meetings that morning, but they didn't know what kind of meetings. And he comes in and he's in a cubicle situation, and he's sitting next to his cubicle mate, and they go, what do you think it is? I don't know. Then they see somebody from higher up come in, and the guy comes in and he gives which I'm going to say this is my biggest complaint since COVID. When you walk in someplace, you get this. You don't get hi or a smile from people. So that blank stare straight ahead. I don't see you. I'm not going to associate with you. Goes into an office. They come back out and they said, Marcus, I know we're a little early, but can we talk to you? So my husband's cubicle mate goes in and comes back out 10 minutes later. They come to the door. And this is my husband, Barry. He said, Barry, can you come in? Barry goes, sure. He goes in, and it's a couple gentlemen and his manager. I'm not even sure the words thank you were uttered. But it's like, we've had to make some cuts. Bye. Get your stuff. Be off premises in 30 to 60 minutes. My husband is one of those dedicated employees, showed up. So he's doing his time. He may not have been on the battlefield, or he had maybe not been on an army base or on a naval ship or serving in the Marines. But still, life is warfare. Life is, you come together for the greater good of whatever you're working towards. And you give your time and your energy. And he had given 21 years. This was in February. He was going to retire in December of 2025. But time got shortened, and 8 gentlemen over the age of 50 lost their job that day. Mm. Not once was there, thank you for your service. Mm. That was probably the biggest dig that really bothered my husband. It still does bother my husband. It's not the opportunity to say goodbye or to go up to coworkers whom he had worked with for the 20-some years that he'd been there and new friends that he had made along the way. No, thank you for all of the times that we disrupted your family vacations and dinners and all of these things because he had a job where he was on call for many years, 24/7. Just go get your stuff, be out of here in an hour. And that is how we started retirement. But like many of you who may have served in Vietnam, you didn't come home to stand there. You didn't come home to thank you for your service. And I know there's a lot of apologies going on now. But my whole point to this story is everybody has a story, and no matter where you're at, if it's not the time, still record it.